Give him the forecast.
Omega level threat detected.
Ancient sands, heed my command and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Storm. What can I say about the Weather Witch that hasn't been said already? The Mistress of Lightning, Queen of Wakanda, leader of the Morlocks and the X-Men at the time. She is a character that personifies empathy, regality. She's so powerful yet still has internal battles within to overcome, like her claustrophobia. Storm is a character that has existed for half a century after debuting in the giant-sized X-Men in 1975. For countless fans, this orphan pickpocket from Harlem turned Earth's mightiest mutant has successfully redefined the complexity of power and the conflicting experiences of being worshipped as a goddess and being hunted down as a mutant. Storm is a hero that means so much to me personally and has impacted pop culture in so many incredible ways. From her incredible boasts of power, like creating her own atmosphere and flying to Mars, to her infinitely iconic fashion moments. There is so very much to love about Aurora Monroe. So it's only right that we talk about the latest #1 issue of the Storm solo comic. And without further ado, let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, hey, welcome, I'm the Nerd Guru, and if you're coming back, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Let's get to talking about the iconic Storm. We open with Storm flipping through her wardrobe in her closet while recollecting her most pivotal moments of the past. On the streets of Cairo, she was an exceptional pickpocket, and the rural settlements that border Kenya and Tanzania, she was worshipped as a goddess. She's been Queen of Wakanda, Regent of Araco, X-Man, and Adventure, but currently, the Weather Witch in Atlanta, Georgia dons the unmistakable regalia of the hero known as Storm. It's revealed since the fall of the nation of Krakoa, mutant acceptance has never been higher, and it's rumored Storm is set to announce the grand opening of the newly erected behemoth of a building, the Storm Sanctuary. At this very moment, the world was about to become radically different once again. But first, for backstory, we must go back 7 days to Oklahoma City. Like many monumental moments, it started with a big bang. We see Storm flying into a scene very much like the one that took her parents from her when Storm was but a child, ripped her home into shards. The heat from its fires made an oven of the crumbled concrete. Alongside fellow mutant Frenzy, who is a highly invulnerable and incredibly strong force of nature, they notice there are bursts of shockwaves that has left the Oklahoma town in shambles with families buried underneath the wreckage that Aurora can all too well relate to. Luckily, with great forethought and swiftness, for every approaching shockwave, Storm is able to shatter the air molecules around her with such precision that the threat is all at once nullified. After taking a shocking blow to the shoulder that makes Storm stutter due to a sharp piece of branch, in this moment, the Mistress of Lightning realizes this problem must cease to continue, so as not to escalate and become worse than it already is. Flying over aquatic life that floats lifeless from radiation exposure and saplings forced to let go of their grip on Mother Earth, a thunderclap is heard as lightning strikes the soil. The fury of the goddess is icy, freezing retribution. Arriving at the town's destroyed power plant, she despises everything this fallen monument to human comfort has caused the ecosystem. But what was inside the power plant seemed much more furious. Though showing signs of radiation poisoning, Storm pushed ever forward to find the source of the persistent destruction. However, rather than finding a failed nuclear reactor spewing toxic venom, there was a crying child, clearly a mutant, surrounded by corpses. Storm knows this experience all too well. The day of adolescence, or for mutants, it is the fateful day potentially dangerous powers are manifested. Immediately recognizing this familiarity, she comforts the child with all the warmth and empathy she knows how to. And all of a sudden, the situation is nullified. It's because of this heroic act that has been attributed to the mutants, public opinion grows in number of positivity. Citizens are both impressed and bewildered by the heroic might of Storm, saving the day, and unfortunately calling into question of the workers at the power plant that lay deceased. Ororo meets up with Tony Stark, Iron Man, who is analyzing the debris of the power plant. They both come to the conclusion that this mess was due large in part to an unsuspecting new mutant. This Storm already knew. It becomes an internal battle of Storm figuring out whether to force blame on the deceased scientists or speak the truth to the public about the young mutant's destruction. To modern day, at the Atlanta press conference that Storm is holding, the Mistress of the Elements announces the Storm Sanctuary, saying that as much as she adores sharing the goals and values of comrades, she must take on her own goals, values, and identity, declare them to the whole world so the innocent may rest easy and the wicked may tremble in fear. The Storm Sanctuary is meant to be a haven in the day of adversity, a solace during difficult times, and a refuge in the hours of need, stating, "I want not only mutants, but humans, sorcerers, interplanetary immigrants, superhumans, gods, and everyone who calls this planet home to look up in their moments of trouble and give a sigh of relief because Storm has made their skies her new home." But, however, in order for Storm to truly soar to new heights, she must first shed the shackles that weigh her down. This being forced to talk about the manifestation of mutant abilities that led to such destruction. Storm tells the public the truth about the Oklahoma City power plant, how the devastating disaster was caused by a mutant and not the engineers. We see shots of the X-Men and the Avengers looking dismayed and disappointed all at once. Storm, on her first day of declaring herself Earth's protector and nurturer, had fueled prejudice within its humans and made its mutants the target of public disdain once again. However, at the end of the book, we zoom out from the planet, from the solar system, or even the universe. There is another watcher with the unquestionable intent of the cosmos. It is eternity, the beginning with no end, and thus introducing the Eternal Storm, to be continued. That is Storm number 1, on shelves now. This solo series is sure to be a wild ride, and as such a Storm fan, I cannot wait to get to the next issue. There's so much history with Storm's character, and it will be interesting to see what these new writers delve into. I can strongly recommend this book and keeping up with this series going forward. As always, thanks so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate the support, and if you feel so inclined, please leave a like or subscribe, or comment down below what is your favorite Storm era, costume, moment, whatever. I'm here for it all because I absolutely love all things Storm. Until next time, I'll see you, stay super, and I love you. Bye.